So very, very warm welcome to all of you and welcome to the third class in relation to basic concepts. By far we have understood what are the two tax schemes applicable for individuals, HUF, AOP, BOI and artificial juridical person. Basically these are the slab rates, but now we have two schemes where one is the default scheme, which is as per section 115 BAC, and another is our old scheme, which is going on for years and years. The scheme, old scheme ke rates we get to know through Finance Act, and new scheme ke rates are there under section 115 BAC. So today we'll be starting with rebate. We'll be moving on to surcharge. So I want everyone to please be ready with their calculator and focus on what is being taught so that we can go step by step and understanding each concept. Okay. So Prasad has asked that in case he has to communicate with the faculties, which mail ID he can use. Prasad, you can drop in to AJEET, that's Ajit dot Kumar, KUMAR at ICAI.in. So it's Ajit.Kumar at ICAI.in, AJEET.Kumar at ICAI.in. Good morning to everyone, and let's start with today's class. Bhavika, there is a different rate for senior citizen when it comes to old scheme. New scheme, there is no differentiation. As in the default scheme, there is no differentiation. So up till the previous class, we understood that these are the slab rates which are applicable as per 115 BAC. That is up to 3 lakh no tax, 3 lakh to 6 lakhs, that is on the next 3 lakh 5%, 6 lakhs to 9 lakh on the next 3 lakh 10%, 9 lakh to 12 lakhs, that is next 3 lakh 15%, 15 to 12 to 15, 20%, and 15 above 30%. So if your income falls and on say it's more than 15, so these slab rates would follow. If the income is below 15 or is fitting into any slab, you will calculate the tax up to that slab rate. Any tax calculation has to be increased by the amount of cess, which is at the rate of 4%. But remember, in old scheme, the rates are different, the slab rates are different. Old scheme, the slab rates are like this, that up to 2,50,000, there is no tax, 2,50,000 to 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20, and 10 lakh above 30%. When this is the case of a resident senior citizen, the basic exemption limit, which is 2,50,000, increases to 3 lakh. The slab goes as 0 to 3, nil tax, 3 to 5, 5%, 5 to 10, 20%, and 10 above 30%. Also, there's a concept of resident super senior citizen. That is where the basic exemption limit increases. That is up to 5 lakh, no tax, 5 to 10, 20%, and 10 above 30%. The concept of resident senior citizen and resident super senior citizen applies only and only in case of old scheme. So today we'll be starting and understanding the concept of rebate. Because same ID, just drop the mail on same ID. Sure. I will share this Excel sheet because tax rates are the main thing which you have to remember. Else, you have this particular thing which is in relation to definition, that is the same as per the book, and which is in relation to previous year exception being previous year, that you can pick up from the book. Usme wahan pe there is no notes required as such. Okay? So guys, whenever now you would be studying, there have to be 2-3 terms which you have to know. One is rebate. Rebate matlab a sort of discount, a sort of deduction, a sort of reduction in the tax. So rebate concept applies only to resident individual. First, I will be telling you as per the old scheme, then I'll be telling you as per the new scheme. Okay, it applies only to resident individual, and you will get the benefit of rebate under section 87A. Under section 87A, only if your income is up to 5 lakh. यहाँ पे guys, please again and again remember, basic exemption limit in old scheme is 2,50,000, 3 lakhs in case of senior citizen, resident senior citizen, and 5 lakhs in case of resident super senior citizen. But यहाँ पे we are talking about rebate, that is a reduction in tax or a discount in tax which a person gets. This is allowed as per section 87A, only applicable to resident individual. Those slab rates are applicable to HUF also, AOP also, BOI also, AJP also, but rebate is only for resident individual to an income of 5 lakh, and maximum rebate is there is rupees 12,500. How will this happen? So ultimately, if you see, up to 5 lakhs, the tax comes to 12,500. So if a person has an income of say 3,50,000, the tax would come to 0 to 2,50,000 nil, 2,50,000 to 350, that is on 1 lakh, 5%, which is 5,000. So a person would get a rebate of 5,000. This works as tax on income up to 5 lakhs. Whatever tax comes on income up to 5 lakhs, less rebate under section 87A. This rebate can be the tax amount or 12,500, whichever is lower. Because maximum rebate is 12,500. Not that the हमेशा 12,500 का rebate मिलेगा, because otherwise ऐसा हुआ, if this happens, then you will get refund. So either the tax amount, which is this, or the 12,500, whichever is lower, would be the rebate. And then if any tax comes, you have to apply cess. In most of the cases, to 5 lakh income, yes, you can say there would be no tax, because 5 lakh tak tax कितना बनता है? 12,500. How? 2 lakh 50 to 5 lakh, 2 lakh 50 पे 5%, 12,500. So 12,500 minus rebate of 12,500, tax comes as nil. Any cess, if applicable, is applicable after the rebate. Now you will say कि ma'am हो गई क्यों? Why would cess be applicable? Because always the tax would be reduced. Always the tax would be reduced by the amount of rebate up to an income of 5 lakh. The answer is correct. Yes, always to nahi. But when we have some special income, which you will see further, which are applicable at special rate, in that cases, the tax amount is more than the rebate amount. So hence the reduction is only up to the rebate of 12,500. You will see more and more questions you will do, then only you will see. Next thing you always have to remember is that if the income crosses even by 1 rupees of 5 lakh, rebate is not there. The concept of rebate does not apply. ये नहीं है कि मैम हम excess amount पे tax दे देंगे. No. The moment it crosses 5 lakh, the moment your income crosses 5 lakh under old scheme, you are not eligible for rebate. This is the reason many people do not file return up to the basic exemption limit of 2,50,000. Rather, they prefer to file the return up to 5 lakh so that they don't have to pay any taxes. Income भी दिखा दिया, tax भी निकल गया, उस पे rebate लेके liability comes to nil. But you will never say that the basic exemption limit is 5 lakh. Basic exemption limit is always 2,50,000. Rebate you are getting on an income up to 5 lakh under old scheme. समझ आया? Any doubt? So in this case, the rebate would be if an income is of 3,50,000, तो 3,50,000 पे guys tax कितना बनेगा? 5,000 as per the old scheme. Less rebate, 12,500 or 5,000, which is less? 5,000 is less. So the liability is nil. Got it? Abhi we are taking up rebate as per old scheme, guys. सब कुछ आपको ट्वाइस याद रखना है श्रवण. Yes, earlier before 115 BAC we did not have to do so much of task, but now after 115 BAC you have to remember the tax rates for every person and individual HUF AOP BOI के लिए different tax rates under different schemes which you have to remember. 87A. Prasad, yes, cess means health and education cess. Yes, rebate is applicable to senior citizen and super senior citizen also. Super senior citizen में rebate का concept does not come. Why? Because वहां पे up to 5 lakh there is no tax at all. Yes, senior citizen में rebate concept can be applied. 12,500 is the limit for up to 5 lakh. Mukteshwar Solanki, you calculate tax on the net taxable income. Hence, obviously, rebate is not a discount from the income. It's a discount on tax. Prasad, there is no sense of claiming rebate on yeah, up to 60, up to 80 years of age, you can claim rebate. Anyone can claim rebate. Yes, Ruturaj, it includes even special income. But special income cases when taxes would be higher. I'll come to that also, and I'll take an example of that too. So Sabiha has asked, ma'am, in exam, which slab rates we need to follow, either old or new. So first of all, the question would be specifying calculate the tax liability as per the new rate or calculate the tax liability assuming the person has opted out of from the default scheme. So in that case, you have to do whatever the question says. If the question does not say anything, if the question does not say anything and it is silent on the scheme which is applicable, you write your assumption clearly that we are calculating the tax as per old scheme or we are calculating the tax assuming the assessee has not opted the old scheme. That is, assuming that the tax has been paid as per section 115 BAC. You have to write your assumptions clearly. If you have time and the question is of 16 marks and it's a simple tax liability question, then you may have to do both the tax calculation as per the old and as per the new both. Okay? Mamta, आप या तो साथ साथ you can do with me, otherwise you can prefer reading book because step by step we'll be going. Swati had just told that you have to calculate the rebate before cess. This is the rebate which we did as per the old scheme. No, Ankur, it is not correct that you are saying why cannot they make exemption up to 5 lakhs? No, it does not work like this. They want you to have because more of the compliances for your taxable income, basically for filing the return, comes in picture when you have income more than the basic exemption limit. If they will increase this bracket to 5 lakhs unnecessarily, they would lose many SSCs who are eligible to file the return. So there are many compliances which have to be done as per the basic exemption limit. So there is no need to increase it up to 5 lakh. Yes, Prasad, it is applicable. Correct, Sweta. Rebate is not applicable for income above 5 lakhs for resident individual. So let's assume in this case the income is 1 second. You can make any hypothetical income here. If the income goes to 450, you'll get a rebate of 10,000. to 5 lakh, you will get the rebate. Remember, the moment it crosses 5 lakh, your taxes would be somewhere around minimum 20,000 or at least of 18,000. And then you'll be like, even if your income is crossing by a marginal of 5 lakhs, you'll be like, we are missing on rebate, and you'll find out ways to come up to an income below 5 lakhs, which is the case for many individuals, for many resident individuals, because the moment you cross 5 lakh, the rebate benefit is gone. The rebate benefit is gone, and you have to calculate tax जैसे हमने last class में किया था, the way we did it in the last class. Now, this is the rebate under old scheme. Again, I'll repeat, for only resident individual for an income up to 5 lakh, maximum rebate is 12,500. The moment the income crosses 5 lakh, rebate would not be applicable. Rebate is allowed under section 87A, and this is the concept which you have to follow before cess. Now we move on to understanding the rebate concept. In the new scheme. In the new scheme. Now, new scheme has so new scheme or the default scheme or the scheme as per 115 BAC, all are the same things. Okay. The new scheme had a very, they have a lot of things to make it attractive. They have better slab rates, no doubt. They have better rebate. Now, until last year, rebate was common rebate of that 87A, but from this is also a rebate under section 87A. 87A section has been amended from budget 2023, that is from Finance Act 2023, to make section 115 BAC more attractive. Now, guys, please everyone focus. We are doing rebate as per section 11, rebate under section 87A, but for the new scheme as per section 115 BAC. पहले हमने जो rebate किया, it was for the old scheme. So everyone now focus here. This rebate is also applicable to resident individual. यहाँ पे rebate is up to an income of 7 lakh versus 5 lakhs in old scheme. वहां पे 5 लाख तक rebate मिलता है, यहाँ पे 7 lakh तक. Here the maximum rebate is 25,000. Naturally, because 5 lakh की इनकम पे टैक्स वहां पे बनता है 12,500, राइट. यहाँ पे 7 लाख की इनकम पे एज पर न्यू स्कीम टैक्स कम्स टू 25,000. सो द रिबेट इज 25,000. See, 0 to 3 lakh nil tax होता है. 3 to 6, that is on 3 lakh, you pay 5%, which is 15,000. And 6 lakh to 7 lakh, अगर income suppose hypothetically is 7 lakh, that is on 1 lakh, you're paying tax at the rate of 10%, which is 10,000. So 15 plus 10, 25,000 comes as tax in general cases. So hence rebate would be 25,000. Rebate would be 25,000. Any doubt? Resident individual, दोनों में resident individual, both the rebates are covered under section 87A, but 7 lakh is the limit for people who are giving tax as per the default scheme, and 5 lakhs limit is for the people who are giving tax as per the old scheme. Here, maximum rebate comes to 25,000 versus 12,500. So suppose anyone who has an income of 6,90,000. So 6,90,000 as per the new scheme, tax on 6,90,000 as per the new scheme would come to 24,000. How? Up to 3 lakh nil, 3 to 6, 5%, and 6 to 9, 10%. Less, you will write rebate under section 87A, that is 24,000. The tax liability comes to nil. Got it? Simple rebate ka concept, but now there is another twist in the story. प्रसाद, आप टैक्स किस पे निकालते हो? I told this in the last class, you calculate tax on the net taxable income. So the question after deduction or before deduction does not come. Any tax which you calculate is on the net taxable income, right? See, government is offering you some tax type of tax discount, and what is the harm in getting that? You are a person who is showing his income correct. You are rewarded by rebate. Avinash, your question would be clear, Ravi. Srinivasan, if the income crosses 5 lakh, you have to calculate the tax as per the income slabs only. यहाँ पे excess का rate नहीं है. As per the income slab, there would be no rebate. First, you have to calculate the tax as per slab rate. Always. But if the income is up to 5 lakh or if the income is up to 7 lakh, respectively in old and new, you will calculate the rebate also. No one in question will tell you that calculate the tax after rebate. When they say you calculate the net tax liability, they mean after everything, after rebate, after cess, after everything. Okay? It is now up to you to apply कि rebate लग रहा है या नहीं लग रहा है. Whether rebate is applicable or whether rebate is not applicable. Yogini, please stay with us on the class part. Yes, in the new scheme, it is 25,000. Old scheme को old scheme कहते हैं, guys. So see, it is extremely simple. Concept of rebate is extremely simple. I don't know why some people are getting confused. Simple hai. First step is always to calculate net taxable income. Second step is always to calculate tax on that taxable income. Correct. Next step is if income is up to 5 or 7 lakhs, 5 in case of old scheme, and income I mean total income on which tax is calculated up to 5 lakhs or up to 7 lakh. 7 lakh in new or 5 lakhs in old. You will give section 87A rebate. But the moment if it is more than 5 lakhs or 7 lakh, you can skip step 2 and you will calculate tax, and then us you will calculate cess. Simple. Okay. Now, one person has asked a very relevant question here that, ma'am, isn't it wrong that even after, if your income is increased by 5,000 or say 6,000, say 7 lakh 5,000 ho jata hai, say it comes to 7 lakh 5,000, a person has to pay tax and rebate is totally gone. Considering the same point, the same question, the government came up with a solution. Considering the same question, the government came up with a solution which all of you people had in mind, that rebate, ma'am, pura ka pura chala jata hai the moment the income crosses the threshold of 5 or 7 lakhs. Yes, chala jata hai. So they came up with the concept of marginal relief on rebate. Marginal relief on rebate. But guys, again, I'm saying the concept of marginal relief on rebate is applicable only in new scheme. The concept which we are studying, that is marginal relief on rebate, is applicable only in new scheme. What is marginal relief on rebate? Let's first understand it. Then again, we'll revise the concept of 87A. See, in this case, which is on your screen, please see 0 to 3 lakhs pay, nil tax. 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs pay, 3 lakh pay 5%, 15,000. 6 lakh to 720, that is 120 pay 10%, 12,000. Total tax comes to 27,000. अब यहाँ पे rebate लगेगा या नहीं? अभी तक whether rebate would be applicable or not, the answer is no. Because up till the knowledge we have now, we say that rebate is not applicable. Reason being, the income is more than 7 lakh. The income is more than 7 lakh. Income यहाँ पे कितना है? 720. Correct. अभी तक, this is what we have understood. Definitely this is the case. But now when the concept of marginal relief on rebate comes, they understand the same question which someone asked, ma'am, just when my income increases by some amount, but my tax is increasing by more than that amount. For example, 7 lakh की income पे कितना tax होता guys? Nil. On the income of 7 lakh, what would be the tax? Nil, correct? Because of rebate. Yes or no? On the income of 7 lakh, what would be their tax? Nil. But on an income of 7 lakh 20,000, what is the tax coming? 27,000. मतलब income increase हुआ guys 20,000 से, but tax liability increase हो गया 27,000 से. The income got increased by 20,000, but the tax liability got increased by 27,000. This is please साथ everyone focus. So 7 lakh 20 income versus 7 lakh income. 720 पे tax कितना आ रहा है? 27,000. 720 पे what is the tax? 27,000. 7 lakh पे what is the tax coming to be? Nil because of rebate under section 87A. So to address this disparity, marginal relief concept came, whereby the increase in income is 20,000, but the increase in taxes is coming to 27,000. But the increase in taxes is coming to 27,000. So they are saying that even if you tax 100% of the increase in income, even if you tax 100% of the increase in income, still you are paying more than 100% of the increase in income, right? Still you are paying more than 100% of the increase in income. So this difference of excess of tax and excess of income is given to as relief. So this difference of differences, that is 7,000, would be given to as relief to the SSC. So now when we will be calculating tax on 720, we will write tax comes to 27,000 less relief of 7,000. The final tax would come to 20,000. Now you will apply cess on this of 4%. This is the concept of relief. So hence 7,000 will be given as marginal relief to the SSC, that is excess of difference of tax and difference of income. And marginal relief comes into picture when the increase in income is less than the increase in tax. So do you have to check this? Yes, you have to check this. Question would never say calculate marginal relief. MCQs may can come, but these things of applicability of cess, of applicability of rebate, and of applicability of marginal relief on rebate, all of this has to be self-calculated. You know what is the income, you have to calculate the tax, you have to give all the benefits. So when you will be calculating marginal relief, when the income is between 7 to 730, you can say, वहां पे apply marginal relief. वहां पे see by then what is the difference of increase in income? What is the difference of income, or what is the increase in income versus what is the increase in taxes? What is versus increase in taxes? If increase in income is less and increase in taxes are more, that is taxes has increased more than the increase in income, then it's a case of marginal relief. So whatever is the excess of the 100% of the increase in income would be given as relief, of rebate, and net amount would be tax, which on which you will apply cess. So this 20,800 would be the tax amount. So if I have to compare the new scheme and the old scheme, I will say obviously the slab rates are different, but rebate under new scheme, both are there under 87A. New scheme में it is for individuals, again resident individuals. Old scheme में also it's for resident individual, right? यहाँ पे the max the rebate is applicable up to 7 lakh. यहाँ पे the rebate is applicable up to 5 lakh income, right? Maximum rebate 25,000. Maximum rebate 12,500. Concept of marginal relief on rebate. It is applicable here. It is not applicable here. यहाँ पे the moment it process 5 lakh, your rebate is gone. But यहाँ पे the moment it process 7 lakh, you cannot give rebate, but you can give some marginal relief, which would be the difference of increase in taxes and increase in income. It will be only applicable when the increase in taxes are more than the increase in income. Okay? Got it? Now we will be proceeding. The next part, let me just take you. Guys, I don't know why again and again the same question is coming. Cess wala question. I told cess is applicable at the last step after rebate. Rishi, you can shift between 115 BAC and old scheme, that is new scheme and old scheme, n number of times. That is 1 year you can opt new scheme, another year you can opt old scheme, then next year you can opt new scheme, then next year you can opt old scheme. It can go on and on and on. But if you have a business income, then you can opt from new to old, but then you can never come back until you have zero business income. That is, your business ceases out. See, Almas, we are doing it as per assessment year 24-25. Whatever being taught is as per assessment year 24-25. MRR, so Meshri, don't call it MRR, just call it marginal relief on rebate. यार मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा, when I am on rebate, why people are asking questions for surcharges, and then I will get कि ma'am, why aren't you not answering our query? Rituraj, totally wrong understanding. No, Vaibhav, I just repeated it. There is no super senior citizen or senior citizen concept under 115 BAC, which is the default scheme. Under old scheme, marginal relief on rebate will not be calculated, as you can see here. Durga, your question is not clear. No ATC reduction is available. The relief is 7,000. Yes, Madhav. Yes, yes. Guys, in paper, they may tell you to calculate tax as per which a particular scheme, and they may not tell you. If they may not tell you, you have to give the assumption that I'm calculating tax as per this scheme. You have to clearly write it. If you will not write it, there would be a big mess. Okay. You have to clearly write that I'm calculating the tax as per new scheme or I'm calculating the tax as per old scheme. But if a question is of a huge amount and the tax calculation are simple and you have time, then I will recommend to calculate tax as per both the schemes. Sure, Parth. Default scheme is the new scheme. Okay, now we will be moving forward. One second. Okay, someone is saying कि मैम एक बारी फिर से marginal relief समझा दो. Just one sec. Marginal relief on rebate concept is applicable only in case of or only in case of new scheme. Again and again, I'm saying. पहले तो rebate should be applicable. You should understand rebate to understand marginal relief on rebate. Marginal relief on a rebate is a concept which is actually there to help people who are missing on rebate because of increase of income marginally than the rebate limit. Marginally than the rebate limit. जो थोड़ा सा income ज्यादा बढ़ गया, but उनको tax देना पड़ रहा है. Why? Because now they are not covering into the rebate limit. This is the concept of marginal relief on rebate. We took an example of 7,20,000 whereby we saw that up to 7 lakh we have to pay nil tax. 25,000 nahi hota guys, nil hota because of rebate, right? But the moment it comes to 720 and the concept of marginal relief would not have been there, the tax which you would be paying is 27,000. So problem kya hua? If 7 lakh income hota, you would have not paid any tax. But if 720 the income has crossed, you are paying tax, which is 27,000. So the tax has increased even more than 100% of the increase in income, which is 20,000 in this case. So the difference of the increase in tax and increase in income is given as relief to the SSC so that he feels motivated enough to give a true picture of his income. So here final tax liability kitna aa raha tha on 720? 27,000. But this 7,000 would be given as relief, marginal relief to the assessee, and 20,000 would be the tax on which cess would be applicable. Now we are moving on to the concept of स्पेशल इनकम जो बहुत लोगों ने पूछा मुझसे. गाइस स्पेशल इनकम क्या होता है? सो देयर आर टैक्स रेट्स व्हिच आर एप्लीकेबल to all assessees which are given either in the Finance Act or when I talk about individuals, HUF, AOP, BOI, and AGP. On them, slab rates are applicable, right? When I talk about company and firms, you will see the tax on income or local authority. It is as per flat rates. मतलब जितना income होगा उस पर flat tax लगेगा 25%, 30% as the case may be. Okay. Slab rate as per new or as per old. But that being said, that whatever the tax rates are applicable on income, there is always a set of special income or special tax income on which there are flat rates, and they are covered under section 115 onwards, or rather 112, 111A onwards, on which there would be special rate. That irrespective of whatever slab rate or flat rate are applicable on the income, these special incomes would be always taxable at special rate. These special income would always be taxed at special rate. For example, capital gain. अब काफियों को अभी सी कैपिटल गेन क्या होता है नहीं पता, बट देयर इज अ कैपिटल गेन विच इज the profit which you earn on sharing or which you earn on transferring the capital asset. Okay, so capital gain पे अगर वो long term होता है, if it is long term, the rate is 20%. The rate is 20%. That is, on that part of your income you have to give the tax at 20%, irrespective of whatever slab rate or flat rates are applicable to you, irrespective of whatever the slab and flat rates are applicable to you. Similarly, there's another short-term capital gain, which is taxed under section 111A, which is at a special rate of 15%. So there are multiple sections in the income tax itself which gives special rate for some particular incomes, So उस केस में क्या होगा? How would you be calculating the tax? This is what you have to focus here. Everyone on the screen. Now, suppose a person has a normal income, say he has a salary income of 15 lakhs and he has a special income of 10 lakh, and this special income, say, is taxable at a special rate of 20%. This special income is taxable at a special rate of 20%. So how would you be calculating the tax on the total income? Generally, आप क्या करते? 25 lakh pay, you would have applied slab rates, right? This is what you would have done generally. But since it's a case of special income, what you will do, you will divide your income into normal income, as in other income, and special rate income. So other income pay, you will apply slab rates, and special income pay, you will apply special rate. So 1 lakh पे देखो मैंने टैक्स निकाला 20%, which is 2 lakhs, and 15 लाख पे टैक्स निकाला at per slab 260 to 500 as per the old scheme. Okay. अब यहाँ पे old लगेगा या new लगेगा, that you have to take a call. चाहे even if old scheme is applicable, even if new scheme is applicable, special rate incomes would be taxed at special rate. So total tax would be the combination of other income pay tax, which might be as per slab rates, and special income pay tax, which will be at special rate, irrespective of whatever your income is, plus cess. So the tax would come like this. So can I say, whenever there is a case of special income, what you have to do is, you have to divide your total income in two parts. One is other income, and another is special rate income. Right? Special rate income पे you will apply special rate which is there for each special income. हर एक type की special rate income पे special rates है. अब जैसे lotteries पे special rate is 30%. So lottery पे 30% applicable होगा. Special rate income पे you will apply special rate. Other income पे you will apply the tax rates, be it old and be it new, whatever you want to apply. The total tax would be tax rate on other income and tax on special income. After that, you will apply cess. Got it? So now, quickly tell me what I am giving you a question here. What would be the total tax, if my normal income, you have to calculate as per the old scheme, okay? If my normal income is 15 lakh की जगह 25 lakhs. That is, my normal income is 25 lakhs and my special income is 9 lakhs. My special income is 9 lakhs, which is taxable at the rate of 20%. Tell me the final tax liability which would come. Normal income is not normal provisions or null provisions wala. Normal income is the other income other than special income, which is applicable on slab rates, 25 lakhs. And special income is 9 lakhs, which is taxed at 20%. What would be the final tax liability? Quick. I'm also doing along with you. Thank you, Harsh. So the first one to give the correct answer is Mohammad Sohail and Rakshit Rai. Very good. It is 7,72,200. Guys, जल्दी जल्दी के चक्कर में फाइनल टैक्स तो कंप्यूट करो एज पर द ओल्ड स्कीम. मोहम्मद हसन, क्वेश्चन में लिखा होगा द टैक्स पेयर्स इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ, आपको लिखा होगा मिस्टर ए मिस्टर बी, ऐसा नहीं होगा कि इट वुड नेवर बी रिटन. Yes, Ramchandra, special income would be taxed at special flat rate. Yes, you can get rebate on special taxes also. I'll show you. Cess is always 4%. Kalkutar, I'll ask you, answer your query. Very good question. So I hope your answer is matching. 25 lakhs पे tax आया, 56, 5 lakh 62,500. 9 lakhs पे tax आया, 1,80,000. Total tax come to 77 lakh 42,500. Right? Now someone asked me, ma'am, whether rebate concept would be applicable now, since this is an old scheme question. Okay, so let's assume that a person has a special income of 3 lakhs or say 2 lakh, and he has a normal income of 2,80,000. So rebate would be applicable or not. For that, I'm coming to the taxes. For that, you have to check whether the total income, irrespective of the other income or special income, whether that is up to 5 lakhs. So since in this case, the total income is up to 5 lakhs, so concept of rebate is definitely applicable. Old scheme chal raha hai, guys, old scheme, focus. Now, on 2 lakh, the tax is 40,000, 20% flat, and on 280, the tax would be 30,000 ka 5%, because up to 250 there is no tax. So 41,500 guys tax aa raha hai. Here, first you will give a rebate of minus 12,500 would be the rebate. Now you will apply cess. Now you will apply cess after the amount. So अब यहाँ पे देखो, always tax liability would never be nil if the income is below 5 lakhs because of special rate incomes. Because of special rate incomes. Got it? So यहाँ पे this is on normal income, this is on special income, 41,500 less rebate under 87A for old scheme. तो जो टैक्स आया उस पे सेस. क्लियर? चलो, नाउ वी विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट विच इज सरचार्ज. इसके सरचार्ज करने के बाद वी विल रिवाइज क्विकली द टैक्सेशन पार्ट फॉर इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ एओपी बीओआई. गाइस, इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ एओपी बीओआई एजीपी समझ आ गया? इफ दैट इज क्लियर, कंपनी फर्म इज अ केक वॉक, ट्रस्ट मी. So now next 15 minutes, I want everyone focus on the screen for surcharge. If you know, very good. If you don't know, please stick to it, okay? And if you, even if you know, please stick to step by step so that we don't miss on it. Guys, एक और चीज, one more thing you have to remember, basic concepts, even if it's your first chapter, but the tax rates, this chapter specifically has to be visited again and again once you do your heads of income, once you do your deductions. Because though tax calculation has been considered at first step, it was why? Because you should have a clarity in the upcoming chapters. But this would be more solidified, this would be more solid when you will come back after doing all the heads of income. So अभी यहाँ पे आपको होगा that maybe you would be thinking that ma'am has left certain concepts, but it is purely because of your well-being. अभी जितना समझाया है, if that is clear, it is more than enough. Okay. Keshav, the question is, rebate is 12,500 or the tax amount, whichever is lower. So in case when tax was higher, so the rebate would be 12,500, no? स्पेशल इनकम रेट छाया, जैसे जैसे पढ़ोगे वैसे समझ आएगा. अभी टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट आई एम टेकिंग वन स्पेशल इनकम विच इज कैपिटल गेन टैक्सेबल एट द रेट ऑफ 20%, विच इज लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन. ओके, ये साक्षी, बिकॉज रिबेट इज नॉट अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑन नॉर्मल इनकम. कभी भी अभी हमने रिबेट पढ़ा, डिड आई टेल यू इट्स ओनली फॉर नॉर्मल इनकम और अदर इनकम? नो, रिबेट इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टैक्स on total income up to of total income of up to 5 lakhs. If income is up to 5 lakh, you have to give the rebate. Rebate would be the tax amount or 12,500, whichever is lower. Slab rates नहीं होते स्पेशल इनकम पे, दे आर फ्लैट रेट्स. Ramdev says, Ramadevi says if special income is 4 lakhs and normal income is 2 lakhs, still rebate 87A is applicable. This 4 and 2 wala concept, guys, you might be able to understand better when you would see. यहाँ पे it would not be applicable. यहाँ पे definitely it would not be applicable because total income is crossing 5 lakhs. मिल जाएगा गाइस, रिबेट मिलेगा. अगर स्पेशल इनकम अप टू 5 लाख है, रिबेट मिलेगा. ओके, आई थिंक टोटल में डिफरेंस है. जस्ट वन सेकेंड, सॉरी. सॉरी. रिबेट 12,500 है. Yes, you have to memorize the special rates, but step by step. Pooja, what is your question? I haven't found any question yet. If the total income instead of 480 would have been 520, why would rebate come, guys? Rebate is a concept to 5 lakhs in old scheme. Why would it come? Total income up to 5 lakhs, why would rebate come in that case? 25 lakhs पे rebate कैसे आएगा बताओ? Again, I'm saying 280 and 2 है 4,80,000 का income है, that is it's a case of rebate also. But first I have to calculate tax. 280 पे tax कितना निकला slab dates के according? 30,000 पे 5% ही निकलेगा, up to 250 there is no tax. Special rate के according 2 lakhs पे tax is 40,000. Total tax comes to 41,500. Now rebate is applicable, yes, because total income is up to 5 lakh. How much rebate is applicable? Tax amount or rebate amount, whichever is lower. So here, tax or rebate, which is lower, rebate amount of 12,500, which is lower, 12,500. So this is allowed. 29,000 would be the tax on which cess of 4% would be calculated. Final tax liability would be 30,660. तब भी प्रिंस तब भी मिल जाएगा रिबेट इफ स्पेशल इनकम इज अप टू 5 lakhs. Rebate is fixed. Maximum rebate is 12,500 or 25,000. Devendra, except you, I don't see anyone having the same problem. If you are so ungrateful, I'm so sorry. Guys, if there's a lot of problem on the video audio quality, please let us know. Swati, special income concept is irrespective of the old and new scheme. Sabhi, before taking the example, you can do the same question. Here, यहाँ पे वो new scheme पे भी applicable होगा. The tax on other income, you can either calculate as per the new scheme or either you can calculate as per the old scheme. Thank you, Parth. Thank you, everyone. Devendra, I think the audio video problem is only at your part. Sorry guys, many of you have said कि मैम 29,000 पे 4% comes to 1160. वो फॉर्मूला गलत लगा होता है. I'm so sorry. Okay, now we move ahead to a concept of surcharge. Surcharge सबको पता है क्या होता है? नहीं? No problem. So guys, surcharge is a concept which is actually there for a long time now, which is actually there to tax the high income group, high net worth individuals, HNI, high net worth individuals, on more tax. They already have wealth. So for them to take out more from their pocket to contribute to the society, surcharge mechanism is there. So when I say high net worth individuals or high net income people, that means this surcharge is a concept only when your income, when your total income, irrespective of special income or your other income, when your total income is high enough, that is, In case of individuals, HUF, AOP, BOI, सबके केस में when I talk about it, that is the income is high. So surcharge is triggered when your income is more than 50 lakhs. When your income is more than 50 lakhs. So surcharge is not a concept for any people earning up to 50 lakhs. Surcharge is a concept of when an income is more than 50 lakhs in case of individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, and AGP. Okay. So why surcharge? Surcharge is a way through which the government can take extra amount. Surcharge जैसे when you pay when you book an Uber, वहां पे भी surcharge pricing आ रहा होता है. Why? This is an additional amount which you have to pay. Similarly, surcharge is an additional percentage which a high net worth individual or a person having high income has to pay from his pocket. Now, surcharge is a flat percentage of tax. That means if surcharge is 10%, that means you have to apply additional 10% of tax. Please, 10% of income mat karna. I repeat, surcharge is an additional amount of tax. An additional amount of tax. So hence, whatever the percentage would be given to you, it would be the percentage of what? Percentage of tax. So suppose you have to apply surcharge. If your income makes, say, suppose 70 lakhs, so you will not apply surcharge on 70 lakhs. Triggering is yes, because of the income being more than 50 lakhs. Surcharge would be applicable on the tax which comes. So जो भी tax on 70 lakhs होगा, इस पे surcharge लगेगा, guys. And surcharge is a percentage, is a flat percentage for the tax amount. Irrespective of that tax, whether tax has a special rate income, whether tax amount is normal income, surcharge would be applicable. So can I just simplify the step one more time for all of you? At first, you have to identify, while for calculating individuals, HUF, AOP, BOI, and AGPs. First step is to identify which scheme you have to follow, new or old. Okay. Second step is to calculate tax on others' income, to calculate tax on special income. This would be my total tax. Now, other income by tax you can calculate as per the new scheme or the old scheme. Okay, this is on here. This would be my total tax. Now, third, if my total income is up to 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs as per old and new, you will total income, I've said, total income. That is other plus special. You will apply rebate. If it is marginally, third step, if you are following new scheme, and if it is marginally more than 7 lakhs, marginally more, that is 20 to 30,000 more, then concept of marginal relief would come on rebate. Okay. But if total income is more than 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs, then there is no problem, calculate tax. But if total income, again, I'm saying that is special plus other income. That is special plus other income is more than 50 lakhs in case of individuals, HUF, AOP, BY, then surcharge is applicable. Step 3 and 4 would be skipped if total income is more than 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs. Okay. These two steps would be skipped. Simple. Surcharge would be applicable. And surcharge is applicable on tax. Then whatever the tax comes, that is in case of rebate, after rebate, in case of surcharge, with surcharge, then you have to apply cess. then on the final tax would come. So can I say surcharge is applicable on the tax amount and then cess is applicable? Cess is the last thing which you have to apply. अब समझ आया? अब कोई confusion नहीं होगी. ठीक है? अब I hope there would be no confusion. You can take a screenshot of it. You can make a note of it. Rahul, this is the direct tax which we are doing. So अभी direct tax का surcharge पे बात करेंगे. Yes, Preeti, you have to mention in solution. Surcharge is charged before cess. इसलिए हमने step by step करा. First we learned how to calculate tax, then we learned how to calculate rebate, then we learned how to calculate tax on special income and normal income, and then we'll be learning now how to calculate the surcharge. So total tax, पहले tax, फिर surcharge, फिर cess. Now यहाँ पे भी guys there is a confusion because surcharge is different for new scheme and is different for old scheme. So pehle we will do surcharge which is different for new scheme. This is the surcharge which is as per the new scheme. So everyone please focus on the screen. Next 5 minutes may we will be able to easily understand the surcharge on new scheme if you will focus here. Okay. Now surcharge I told you is a concept which is an additional tax which a person has to pay when his income is high. By high I mean more than 50 lakhs. So surcharge rate, this is the rate applicable on surcharge. If your income, total income, irrespective of special, irrespective of other, if your total income is more than 50 lakhs, but is up to 1 crore, the surcharge rate applicable on your tax would be 10%. If your total income is more than 1 crore, but is up to 2 crore, surcharge rate is 15%. If your total income is more than 2 crore, surcharge rate is 25%. यहाँ पे एक स्टार लगा हुआ है, उस पे I will come later. Okay. This is not slab rate. You have to pick which surcharge is applicable to you. You will see what is my total income. You will pick the surcharge rate. If the total income is say 1 crore 10 lakh, then surcharge rate is 15%. If the total income is say 2 crore 30 lakhs, surcharge rate is 25% on tax. If the total income is say 40 lakhs, what would be the surcharge? No surcharge. No surcharge. Total income is 55 lakhs. Surcharge 10%. So this is not slab rates as per what we did. These are the surcharge rates and you have to choose which rate is applicable based on total income. Based on total income. Okay. So now let's pick up case by case. First case, obviously this cannot be done without example. Everyone focus on case 1. न्यू स्कीम चल रहा है गाइस, ये न्यू स्कीम साथ साथ करोगे तो टैक्स भी रिवाइज हो जाएगा. स्पेशल रेट इनकम अंडर सेक्शन 112 that is at 20% is 45 lakhs. Other income is 15 lakhs. Total income कितना हो गया? 60 lakhs. Surcharge would be applicable? Yes. Surcharge would be applicable on tax. So पहले tax निकालना पड़ेगा. Total tax. Total tax कैसे निकाला? On 45 lakhs 20%, 9 lakh. And on 15 lakhs as per slab rates 1,50,000. We are doing as per new scheme slab rate 1,50,000 lakh. 15 lakh पे slab rate के according 150. Total tax comes to 10,50,000. Okay. Special income tax plus normal other income tax. Okay. Total tax comes to 1050, 9 lakhs plus 150. Up, guys, surcharge would be applicable at 10% of 1050. Why? Because surcharge, if the income is more than 50 but is up to 10 lakhs, but is up to 100 lakhs, as in 1 crore, surcharge is applicable at the rate of 10%. So tax plus surcharge comes to 11 lakh 55,000. Cess comes to 4% of 1155. That is tax plus surcharge. 46,200. Total tax comes to 12 lakh 1,200. So on an income of 60 lakhs, along with surcharge and cess, you are paying a tax of 12 lakh 1,200. Now quickly calculate as per case 2, where special rate is 45, special rate income is 45, other income is 60, but my total income is crossing to 1 lakh 5. 1 crore 5 lakhs. Now you have to calculate the total tax. So total tax, obviously you will calculate is pay 20%, is pay slab rates. Then whatever tax come here, now surcharge would be at the rate of 15% because the income has crossed 1 crore. अभी केस 2 का आंसर एक बार ही निकालो. Giving you 1 minute, quickly calculate the tax as per case 2. सामने है आंसर, but please be honest and do it yourself. I will provide this Excel sheet, don't worry. Rahul, since tax structure is very complex in India, that's why we were doing step by step. मैंने सब कुछ one go में नहीं कराया, and I hope you are on me with this, okay? Good. So जिसका आंसर मैच हो गया, I hope now you know how to calculate surcharge, right? Now यहाँ पे there is one more twist. Case 3 and case 4, guys, it's twisted in. So first, let's come back. यहाँ पे ना एक मैंने चीज लिखा हुआ है. Dividend 111A, 112, 112A, maximum surcharge 15%. इसका क्या मतलब है, guys? Okay. Let's decode this. When an income crosses 2 crore, the surcharge is 25% on tax, correct? When the total income crosses 2 crore, the surcharge is 25%, right? Absolutely correct. But हुआ क्या? India is an investment market, equity investment market. Please listen the story behind it. If you will understand the story behind it, you will remember it. India is an investment market. People invest in India for its attractive rate. People invest in India for its attractive rate. So what problem happened that when the moment this 25% surcharge was introduced on an income of 2 crore and above, people hampered. They were not very happy. They were like, we cannot pay approximately 40% tax because when you will apply tax and when you will apply surcharge, you will see it is coming approximately to 35 to 40%. We invested in India because of it being a attractive market. So the government came up with a solution. Okay, for all the investors or for the people who have investment related income, the maximum surcharge on it would be 15%. The maximum surcharge rate on it would be 15%. Abhi tak these surcharge were on total tax, right? Irrespective of tax on other income, or tax on special income. Whatever total tax comes, us pe you applied surcharge, right? But the story has to be taken very carefully. You have to be extremely vigilant when the total income crosses 2 crore. When the total income crosses 2 crore and it has a special rate income like 112, where this is also a long-term capital gain, this is also long-term capital gain, this is short-term capital gain, and this is dividend. All of these are, you will see, these are in relation to investment. Okay. So the story has to be read carefully. When such special rate income comes into picture, then in that case, tax on, or I should say, surcharge on tax or special income would be maximum up to 15%. ये कब ध्यान देना है? When the total income is crossing 2 crore. If the total income is up to 2 crore, you will do total tax, and total tax pay you will apply the surcharge rate. But the moment the total income crosses 2 crore, then it would be 25% surcharge on tax of other income plus 15% surcharge on tax of these income, which is dividend, 111A, 112 and 112A. Only these special incomes, okay, which are in relation to investment. So whatever tax on these income would come, us pe 15% surcharge. Whatever tax on other income would come, us pe 25% surcharge. This is only applicable when the income crosses 2 crore. When the income crosses 2 crore. So let's understand now how the surcharge would be calculated here. Guys, केस 3 पे फोकस करेंगे. So let's focus on case 3. Case 3 को साथ साथ समझोगे, you will understand it. Okay. Special rate income is 45 lakhs. Other income is 2 crore 15 lakhs. Total income crosses 2 crore 60 lakhs. Total income is more than 2 crore. That is 2 crore 60 lakhs. Up 45 lakhs पे 20% 9 lakh. Other income में 2 crore 15 lakhs. Other income can be from any head. Okay. 2 crore 15 lakhs पे slab rate से tax आया 61 lakh 50,000. 61 lakh 50,000 as per slab rates. Now total tax come to 750. अभी तक in case 1 and case 2 what did you do? आपने इसका 10% किया and इसका 15% किया, right? But in case 3, now since the total income is more than 2 crore and it has a special income in relation to investment of 112, यहाँ पे maximum surcharge on the tax of this would be 15%. Would be 15%. So this, for calculating surcharge, what I will do, 9 lakh pay 15% and 61.5 lakh pay 25%. Surcharge on tax of other income at 25, surcharge on tax of special income 15%, which is 112, 111A, dividend or your 112. क्या किया? 9 लाख पे 15% and 61.5 lakh पे 25%. This is how surcharge came. Now the same story. Total tax is equal to tax plus surcharge. So tax plus surcharge पे cess at 4% and 97,400 is the answer. 90 lakh 71,400 is the tax on total income of 2 crore 60 lakhs. Is it clear? एक बारी देखो कैसे आया, खुद कैलकुलेट करो. See, this is where the problem is. We see the book and we flip the pages. अच्छा ऐसे किया ऐसे किया ऐसे किया, समझ आ गया. No, you have to pick up the calculators. You have to do it yourself, and then you have to match, because then only you will get to know na where we are lacking. Anmol, these are special sections and these are related to capital gain. You will get more clarity when you will be doing capital gain, because otherwise, RSs are the heads of income. The next coming 5 chapters can be covered in basic concepts. Okay. So everyone who is saying it is clear, now it will again get a twist. Now everyone please focus on case 4, which is this. L column A, case 4. I am telling you that case 4 is different than case 3. दोनों में डिफरेंस पता क्या है? दोनों में इनकम 2 करोड़ से ज्यादा है, यस है. दोनों में यूएस से कि मैम यहाँ पे 9 लाख पे 15% एंड 45 लाख पे 25% होना चाहिए. टैक्स ऑन अदर इनकम पे 25%, टैक्स ऑन स्पेशल इनकम पे 15%, राइट? यस, अभी तो आपने यही कहा केस 3 में. दिस इज व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू इन केस 3. बट guys, here there is a twist again. Case 4 is not understood by maximum of people. So now everyone please focus here. Even if the total income is more than 2 crore, here I am saying 25% would not be applicable. 25% would not be applicable. Now you will say why? 25% is a rate which is applicable on total income when it is more than 2 crores, right? But at the same time, in case 3, we studied that here surcharge, maximum surcharge capping is there. That is on special income, maximum surcharge which would be applicable would be 15%, and on other income it would be 25%. Now, इस केस में 45 lakhs पे तो definitely 9 lakh पे 15% is chargeable, definitely. This 8,10,000 पे 9 lakh पे 15%. But guys, on 45 lakhs also 15% would be applicable. You will ask why. I will say, ये जो other income है, it is not crossing 2 crore. The total income definitely is crossing 2 crore, right? The total income is definitely crossing 2 crore, but other income is not more than 2 crore. Just because of special income, it is crossing 2 crore. Just because of special income, it is crossing 2 crore. Not because of it being of more than 2 crore. तो वो कहेगा कि मैं हायर सरचार्ज क्यों पे करूं when I am less than 2 crore and just because of special rate income I am crossing 2 crore और special rate income पे capping है. Why should I be bearing the higher surcharge rate? Other income कहता है, other income says that why should I be the one who should have a 25% surcharge rate when I am less than 2 crore but I am getting more than 2 crore because of special income, and special income already has a capping. So in this cases, when the total income crosses 2 crore, whether to apply 25% or not, whether to apply 25% or not would be dependent on other income. If other income also crosses 2 crore, then you will apply 25%. But if other income is less than 2 crore, you will apply the immediate lower rate, which is 15%. Because यहाँ पे, even if total income, guys, is more than 2 crore, even if total income is more than 2 crore, but वो क्यों है? Because of special income. Because of special income. And special income पे capping है, तो other income कहता है, why should I be the one who would be bearing higher rate when I'm not more than 2 crore? So I would conclude 25% surcharge is applicable on an income when it is more than 2 crore, but here 2 crore is other income. If other income is less than 2 crore, then higher surcharge of 25% would not be applicable. It would be 15% only. So इसलिए 45 lakh पे भी 15% करा and 9 lakh पे भी 15% करा, तो surcharge comes to 810. एक बारी calculate करो and let me know if there is a doubt. So surcharge, guys, surcharge is tax on tax, additional tax. So tax on tax is calculated obviously on the tax amount, but how the flat rates are there, if the income is more than 50 lakh, but up to 1 crore, surcharge rate is 10%. If the income is more than 1 crore, but up to 2 crore, surcharge rate is 15%. But if the income is more than 2 crore, surcharge rate is 25%. But here you have to see, to apply 25%, the other income should be more than 2 crore. Otherwise, even if the income is crossing 2 crore, the surcharge would be applicable to 15% only. Because on some special rate incomes like taxable under section 112 or taxable under section 111A, the surcharge is capped at 15%. Yes, it is. There are so many twists. 50% टैक्स नहीं देता, 40% तक टैक्स देते. केस 3 एंड केस 4 में डिफरेंस क्या है गाइस? केस 3 में 25% अदर इनकम पे सरचार्ज क्यों लगा? बिकॉज अदर इनकम itself was more than 2 crores. And case 4 में other income was less than 2 crores. Hence, even if the total income is more than 2 crores, but still other income is less than 2 crore, the higher surcharge would not be applicable. Only 15% surcharge would be applicable. Because Noor, why fourth case is given special treatment? Because in fourth case, surcharge is at 25%, whereas on special rate income, surcharge is capped at 15%. Your book is full of numericals. You can take these questions also for practice. I will upload it, and you can make hypothetical situations and do practice it on income and tax calculator available on the Income Tax India website. Ask your friends to give you case scenarios and you do it and you verify it. Special rate surcharge. See, ये special rate surcharge की capping of 15% only comes when the total income is crossing 2 crore. पहले मैंने कोई कैपिंग नहीं करी. कैपिंग मतलब हायर सरचार्ज नहीं लगेगा, 15% ही सरचार्ज लगेगा. दैट्स व्हाई आई टोल्ड यू दैट स्टोरी ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. This is what we did as per the new scheme. Surcharge part, surcharge तो लगेगा ही लगेगा since the income is more than 2 crore, and surcharge technically should be at 25%. But my friend, there is a capping of surcharge. Even if your special income is of 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs, it does not matter. There's a capping of surcharge, and that capping is 15%. Surcharge लगेगा but at 15%. This is what is there as per the new scheme. गुंजन, नॉट फॉर एवरी स्पेशल इनकम सरचार्ज है 15%. गाइस, पहले तो सरचार्ज मैंने दोनों पे 10 एंड 15 लगाया ना. कैपिंग कब आएगा? जब 25% सरचार्ज रेट एप्लीकेबल है. केस 3 में वहां पे कैपिंग आ रहा है. वहां पे सरचार्ज हमने 9 लाख पे 15% लगाया. इट डज नॉट मैटर. आप ये नहीं बोलोगे कि मैम ये तो 45 लाख है तो सरचार्ज लगना नहीं चाहिए. सरचार्ज इज देयर. सरचार्ज इज देयर ऑन टोटल इनकम एंड टोटल टैक्स. But there is a capping of surcharge. There is a capping of surcharge on the rate. Surcharge applicable over even if other income, even if your special rate income is of 10 lakhs or 50 lakhs, but total income is crossing 2 crores, surcharge would be applicable. But on that special income of 10 lakh or 15 lakhs, surcharge would be applicable at 15%. क्योंकि सरचार्ज फर्स्ट टू सिनेरियोज में आपने बाइफरकेट थोड़ी ना किया. You have calculated the total tax and you calculated at 10%. Then you calculated the total tax, you calculated at 15%. Third scenario पे practically you would have calculated total tax and at 25% if there would have been no special rate income of 112, 111A, 112A and dividend, right? But since there is a special rate income, you have to segregate the surcharge because there is a capping of surcharge on such special rate income, which is 15%. So here, since your income is crossing 2 crore, 25% is applicable. On other income, 25%. On special income, 15%. But here, since other income was not crossing 2 crore, so we have applied 2 crore, even if total income is crossing 2 crore, 25% case hai. But since dono alag-alag, other income is less than 2 crore, here we have applied surcharge of 15% because only because of special income it is crossing 2 crore. That's why the maximum surcharge in this case would be 15%. Clear? Gunjan, I hope is it clear now? Now, old regime mein surcharge. We will come to old regime ka surcharge. And then we will take the break because abhi ek momentum bana hua hai, guys. We will do old regime ka surcharge. Concept is exactly same. But just one extra surcharge rate is there. More than 50 lakhs का income है, but up to 1 crore का income है, surcharge is 10%. More than 1 crore का income है, but up to 2 crore का total income है, surcharge is 15%. More than 2 crore का income है, but up to 5 crore है, surcharge is 25%. And more than 5 crore है, surcharge is 37%. The difference of surcharge in old and new scheme is that in new scheme, maximum surcharge rate is 25%. But in the old scheme, maximum surcharge rate is 37%. वहां पे 2 करोड़ एंड अबाउट 25% है, बट यहाँ पे 2 करोड़ अप टू 5 करोड़ 25% है एंड मोर देन 5 करोड़ पे 37% है. Okay, so this is first is the main difference. Now now everything is exactly same. बस यहाँ पे आप क्या करोगे, अदर इनकम पे टैक्स निकालोगे एज पर द ओल्ड स्कीम. Let's do this. Case 1, special rate income again same. 45 lakhs, other income 15 lakhs, total income 60 lakhs आ गया. 45 lakh पे 20% लगेगा, 15 lakhs पे slab rate लगेगा as per old scheme. Tax would be 2,62,500. Okay. Total tax come to 11,62,500, which is special and other income ka tax. Surcharge would be applicable, yes, because total income is more than 50 lakhs. Surcharge would be applicable at 10%. So at 10%, I applied it. Total tax comes to tax plus surcharge. इस पे I will apply cess at 4%. Total tax would come. Case 2 में total income is crossing more than 1 crore. Surcharge would be applicable at 15% of the total tax liability. And how did we compute total tax liability? Special income at 20%. Other income पे slab rates as per old scheme. Case 3. Case 3 and case 4 is exactly what we did अभी पहले. यहाँ पे 2 crore 60 lakhs है, guys, total income. Special is 45. Other income is 2 crore 15 lakhs. Tax on 45 lakhs, 9 lakhs. Tax on 2 crore 15 lakhs, 62, 500. अब गाइस यहाँ पे सरचार्ज कैसे होगा? सेम, यहाँ पे भी सेम है. द कैपिंग ऑफ सरचार्ज इज देयर, दैट इज सरचार्ज एट स्पेशल इनकम वुड नेवर बी मोर देन 15%. सरचार्ज एट स्पेशल इनकम ऑफ 111A, 112A, 112 and dividend would never be more than 15% because these are investment related income. So investors को happy रखने के लिए सरचार्ज को 15% पे कैप किया. Surcharge has been capped at 15%. In case the income crosses 2 crore and higher surcharge rate is overall applicable. So instead of doing at 25% of the total tax, we would be doing surcharge at 15% for this and at 25% for this. Why 25% would be applicable? Because total income is also crossing 2 crore and other income is also crossing 2 crore. And other income is also crossing 2 crore. So the total surcharge would come to 17 lakh almost on a tax of 71 lakh 62,500. फिर सेस निकाला, फिर टोटल टैक्स निकाला. केस 4 में 9 lakh पे and 46,125 है. 9 lakh पे 15% and 46,125 पे be 15%, because even if total income is more than 2 crores, but other income, excluding special income on which there is a capping, is less than 2 crore, so higher surcharge rate would not be applicable and it would be 15%. जो भी immediately before वाला surcharge rate है, that would be applicable. So 25% would not be applicable. It would be 15%. Case 3 and case 4 clear, guys? Sure. अभी यहाँ पे केस 5 एंड केस 6 में है. अगर केस 3 एंड केस 4 क्लियर हुआ तभी केस 5 एंड केस 6 क्लियर होगा गाइस. गुड, वेरी गुड गाइस. नाउ we come to 37% surcharge का applicability, which is case 5 and case 6. Please focus now. First, we'll be doing case 6. Whenever your income crosses 5 crore 55 lakhs, the surcharge would be applicable at 37. Whenever your income crosses 5 crore, surcharge would be applicable at 37%, right? Had there been no special income, 5 crore 10 lakhs bhi hota, whatever tax you would have calculated, आप उस पे कितना tax देते? 37%. कितना surcharge देते? 37%. Surcharge on income of more than 5 crore is 37% in old scheme, right? But since we have a special income and there is a capping of surcharge at 15%, so on the tax of this, surcharge maximum would be calculated at 15%, and on the tax of 5 crore 10 lakh, surcharge would be calculated at 37%, which is done here. सरचार्ज लगेगा गाइस द मोमेंट इट इज. यहाँ पे आप इन दोनों को नहीं देखोगे टू सी द रेट द मोमेंट इट इज क्रॉसिंग 5 करोड़ 55 lakhs 37% का ट्रिगर होगा. बट देन यू विल सी अदर इनकम इज मोर देन 5 करोड़, यस 37% वुड बी एप्लीकेबल. ओके, बट इस पे 15% ही एप्लीकेबल होगा. चाहे ये अमाउंट 5 लाख हो 4 लाख हो, डज नॉट मैटर. वो टोटल इनकम का पार्ट है, 15% एप्लीकेबल होगा. यू विल नॉट से कि मैम 10% नहीं लगाना चाहिए. नो, 15% इज द मैक्सिमम कैपिंग. वैसे क्या होता है ओवरऑल पे 37 लगता है, बट सिंस वी हैव अ स्पेशल इनकम ऑफ 112, 15% इज द कैपिंग. ओके, सो 9 लाख पे 15% लगाया एंड 1 करोड़ 51 लाख 12,500 पे 37% लगा. Total surcharge comes to 57 lakh 26 to 625. Total tax come to somewhere around 2 crore 17 lakhs. Plus cess, total tax 2 crore 26 lakhs. So this is coming approximately 40% of the total income. So if you're earning 100 rupees, you're paying 40 as tax. Now, how is case 5 different and particular? Case 5 maybe income is crossing 5 crore 5 lakhs, but it is not because of other income. Other income is less than 5 crore. Other income is less than 5 crore. So 45 लाख पे तो 15% फिक्स्ड है, बट सिंस अदर इनकम इज नॉट क्रॉसिंग 5 करोड़ तो 37% लगेगा नहीं लगेगा, उससे immediate before वाला surcharge rate लगेगा. The surcharge rate which is immediately before than that would be applicable, which is 25%. So यहाँ पे at 9 lakh 15%, at 1 crore 36 lakh 25%. This is how surcharge of 35, 38, 125K. केस 3 एंड केस 4 में क्या है? यहाँ पे सरचार्ज एट 15%, यहाँ पे सरचार्ज एट 25%. रीजन भी इनकम इज मोर देन 2 करोड़ एंड ऑल्सो अदर इनकम इज मोर देन 2 करोड़. यहाँ पे इनकम इज मोर देन 2 करोड़ बट अदर इनकम इज नॉट मोर देन 2 करोड़. सरचार्ज इज एट 15% इमीडिएटली बिफोर वाला. यहाँ पे इनकम इज मोर देन 5 करोड़, अदर इनकम इज ऑल्सो मोर देन 5 करोड़, तो 37% ऑन अदर इनकम. कैपिंग 15% फिक्स्ड है. कैपिंग कब आएगी? जब 2 करोड़ से ऊपर का इनकम होगा. कैपिंग वाला केस इज एप्लीकेबल व्हेन द इनकम इज मोर देन 2 करोड़, टोटल इनकम इज मोर देन 2 करोड़. एंड केस 5 में इवन इफ टोटल इनकम इज मोर देन 5 करोड़ बट अदर इनकम इज नॉट मोर देन 5 करोड़, surcharge is not applicable at a higher rate of 37%. जो immediately lower rate होगा उस पे it would be applicable. I hope is it clear? It is clear. एक बारी में नहीं आएगा, प्रैक्टिस इट बट अंडरस्टैंड इट दैट व्हाई कैपिंग इज देयर. उसका लॉजिक ये है बिकॉज इन्वेस्टर्स को हैप्पी रखना था, हायर सरचार्ज नहीं दे सकते थे. अब यू कैन आस्क कि मैम अगर अदर इनकम है ही नहीं, सिर्फ स्पेशल रेट इनकम है एंड दैट इज मोर देन 5 करोड़, तो उस पर वट एवर टैक्स कम्स यू विल अप्लाई सरचार्ज ऑफ 15%. कैपिंग कब आएगा? व्हेन हायर सरचार्जेस आर एप्लीकेबल ऑफ 25 और 37%. Yes, I will upload the Excel sheet, guys. I will upload definitely. %10 का सरचार्ज तो स्पेशल रेट पे है ही नहीं. कैप सी calculator, it's simple that if income is more than 2 crore, then only you have to think of capping. Income is up to 2 crore, total income is up to 2 crore, तो या तो 10% लगेगा up to 1 crore income या 15% लगेगा to 15% लगेगा up to 2 crore income. The moment the income crosses 2 crore, special rate वाले income पे of 112, 112A, 111A, उन पे टैक्स जो लगेगा मैक्सिमम 15% लगेगा. अब 2 करोड़ से ज्यादा इनकम है, द इनकम इज मोर देन 2 करोड़ बट अदर इनकम इज नॉट मोर देन 2 करोड़, तो 15% लगेगा. अब इफ द इनकम इज मोर देन 5 करोड़, स्पेशल पे तो ऑटोमेटिकली 15% है ही है, बट इनकम इज मोर देन 5 करोड़ एंड अदर इनकम इज मोर देन 5 करोड़, देन 37%, अदरवाइज 25%. Okay, so with this, we'll take a 5-10 minutes break and we'll be back, whereby we'll be discussing the rates applicable to companies and firm. They're extremely simple. At your level, this is the main mountain which you have to cross. More questions you will do, you will get more confidence. Okay, so we'll take 5-10 minutes break and we'll be back and we'll be doing the rates and agricultural income. So class can be extended by some 15-20 minutes. I hope it is not an issue. Okay, see you back pretty soon. Sir, break please. So, Prajakta asks, what is special income is 3 crore, other income is 1.9 crore. Will the rate be as special income 15%? So, special income is 3 crore and 1.9 crore. That makes total 4.9 crore, right? Technically, it is more than 2 crores. You will say, कि ma'am, 25% surcharge is applicable. But there is a capping on special income का rate, special income का tax, right? So, special income के tax पे 3 crore के tax पे your surcharge would be at 15%. Since excluding that, the income is not crossing 2 crore, the surcharge on 1.9 crore income would also be your 15%. Srinivasan, slowly, slowly, guys. Step by step, karo, please. Okay. Now we come to your other assessees. Other assessees ka liye very simple. Let's do it. What are the tax rates applicable to other assessees? Now, other assessees में सबसे पहले we are talking about firm, LLP, firm as in partnership firm, LLP, and local authority. What is the tax rate, guys? 30%. There is no slabs, nothing. Total income पे 30%. Income 1 lakh है, 30% tax देना है, 30,000. Income 1 crore है, 30% tax देना ही देना है. So slab, there is no concept of marginal relief on a rebate. There is no rebate rather. There is no nothing. Tax is flat 30%, as increased by surcharge if applicable. Surcharge if applicable. And surcharge in case of firm, LLP, local authorities, and your firm, LLP, local authority is simple. Surcharge is there at the rate of 12% when total income is more than 1 crore. So अगर total income is up to 1 crore, no surcharge. Total income is more than 1 crore, tax लगेगा 30%. और फिर उसके बाद उस tax पे surcharge लगेगा 12%. Then whatever amount comes, उस पे 4% cess, the total tax would come there. So suppose a firm has an income of 1 crore 15 lakhs. 1 crore 15 lakhs. इस पे 30% करोगे guys? ठीक है? Then 34 lakh 50,000 पे now you will do 12%. 414,000. Now on this 386,400, you will calculate 4% cess, which is 154,560 comes to 4018560. Got it? Simple, sir. So जो भी सारा इतना न्यू ओल्ड रिबेट मार्जिनल रिलीफ ऑन रिबेट सरचार्ज एवरीथिंग वो इतने सारे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्लैब्स देन कैपिंग एवरीथिंग इज हेयर फॉर इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ एओपी बीओआई एंड एजीपीज. यहाँ पे इट्स नॉट अ सिचुएशन. यस, दैट बीइंग सेड, इफ देयर इज अ स्पेशल इनकम फॉर फर्म्स, वहां पे स्पेशल इनकम पे स्पेशल रेट, अदर इनकम पे flat rate of 30%. So suppose there's a capital gain at 20%. It's like 80 lakhs is my other income and 10 lakhs is my special income. So simple, 10 lakh पे 20% and 80 lakhs पे flat 30% करके tax would be calculated. दोनों tax को मिला के plus cess. Got it? Now coming to next SSC, which is company. Now, for company, guys, there is two types of company. Domestic company and your foreign company. पहले foreign company का करें, it's simple. Pick it up like this. Yeah. Domestic company, which is Indian company plus any foreign company who has made arrangements to pay dividends in India, and foreign. Foreign company may be same tax rate is 40% flat. And then there is surcharge. There is surcharge if the income is more than 1 crore. More than 1 crore. Surcharge is applicable at the rate of 2%. But up to 10 crore income होगा. अगर more than 10 crore income है, surcharge is applicable at the rate of 5%. Domestic company में there are two types of domestic company, two types rather I should say, some big players and small players. उसके लिए for financial year or I should say for previous year 23-24 we are calculating these tax rates. Okay, domestic company में there are two rates, one is 30% and another is 25%. Two rates. अब कौन कब 30 लगेगा कब 25 लगेगा? 25% would be applicable if the turnover of the company, turnover, I'm not talking about income, I'm not talking about tax, I'm talking about turnover of the company in financial year 21-22 is less than 400 crores, less than or equal to 400 crores. अब आप you would be like कि मैम बात हो रहा है for the year 23-24. Why are we seeing turnover for the year 21-22? The reason is simple. Turnover for 23-24 cannot be seen. Why? Because it is still an ongoing year. You should know your estimated tax liability from the current year. Last year turnover can also not be seen because maybe the books have not been closed in this year. Right? मार्च पे खत्म होता है लास्ट ईयर बट उसका बुक्स में भी क्लोज करते करते 30 सितंबर हो जाए. करेक्ट. सो इसलिए द ईयर विच इज कंप्लीटली क्लोज्ड उसका टर्नओवर देखना है. इफ द टर्नओवर ऑफ दैट ईयर इज लेस देन 400 करोड़ देन 25%. If the turnover of that year is more than 25 crore, more than 400 crores, then 30%. इस साल का turnover does not matter for the tax rate for this year. Even if this year turnover is more than 400 crores, still 25% would be applicable if in financial year 21-22, the turnover was less than or equal to 400 crores. Got it? Now, what about the surcharge? Surcharge in case of domestic company is simple. Agar total income on which you're applying taxes is more than 1 crore, but up to 10 crore, it is 5%. Otherwise, sorry, 7%. Otherwise, it's 12%. So if the income is more than 10 crore, it would be 12%. So if I say calculate the tax of a domestic company whose total turnover in previous year 23-24 is 500 crores. In 22-23 is 450 crores. And in 21-22 was 390 crores. And total income for this year is 7 crores. So how would you calculate the tax? First, you have to identify the tax rate. Now, since in 21-22 it is less than 390 crore, the tax rate for previous year 23-24 would be 25%. So 7 crores पे 25% plus surcharge of 7% plus 4% cess. So it would come to 1947 triple C. Okay. Sorted. So this is all about the rates. Cooperative societies पे भी है, but that you can ignore थोड़ा सा time भी. Yes, there is a concept of marginal relief of surcharge, which honestly today I don't want to touch because I want you to practice on surcharge. We have residential status classes coming. We have 3 classes. Probably once the residential status concept is completed, then I can take up marginal relief of surcharge. But before that, I want you to be thorough with surcharge for all types of assessee, especially individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, especially for new scheme and old scheme both. Then only marginal relief of surcharge would make sense. Otherwise, itna heavy class ho jayega, there would be no sense at all. Again, I will say how you have to compute taxes, calculate the tax. First, choose this new scheme, individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AGP के लिए. New scheme or old scheme. If new scheme, then you take care of rebate if the income is up to 7 lakh. If new scheme is there, calculate surcharges. If the income crosses 50 lakhs, rates would differ 50 to 1, 10%, 1 to 2 crore, 15%, 2 crore above, 25%. But be very mindful if there is any special income. Special income पे tax rate लगेगा as per the flat rate. अदर इनकम पे स्लैब रेट लगेगा. स्पेशल इनकम है और 2 करोड़ से ज्यादा है, उस पर मैक्सिमम सरचार्ज 15%, उस पर सरचार्ज 15% लगेगा. एंड अगर अदर इनकम भी 2 करोड़ से ज्यादा है, देन सरचार्ज वुड बी 25%. नेक्स्ट टू ओल्ड स्कीम, वहां पे देर आर 25% एंड 35% एडिशनल सरचार्ज rate, which is when the income crosses 5 crore. Same concept goes there also. Then whenever tax and surcharge have been calculated, along with that, you will add cess and you will come to your final tax liability. Sorted? ठीक है? Sure? Take 1 minute breathe and let me know, okay? Company form तो मैं कह रही हूँ कि it's like a relaxation point because you already know so many things. आई नो गवर्नमेंट बहुत ज्यादा सरचार्ज लेके जा टैक्स लेके जा रही है, बट गवर्नमेंट फ्रॉम हायर इनकम ग्रुप लेके जा रही है. सेस इज 4%, विच इज एजुकेशन एंड हेल्थ सेस. For assessment year 24-25, you will see the turnover of financial year 21-22. I can see all those emoticons. Company tax calculation is very simple. Domestic company or foreign company. Domestic company hai, if it's a huge turnover company that is in 1,000 crores, they are paying 30% rate. If it's a small turnover company, it's not 400 crores, not small though. If it's a turnover a company of a 400 crore turnover, but in which year 21-22, then the rate would be 25%. Simple. Foreign company पे surcharge rate is 2% and 5%. Domestic company पे surcharge rate is 7% and 12%. Remembering all these things is totally basis on practical practice. देवेंद्र, इन्वेस्टमेंट टू अ कंपनी मतलब कैपिटल गेन है तो वो स्पेशल रेट इनकम स्पेशल रेट पे लगेगी. दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग आई टोल्ड यू व्हेन आई वाज टेलिंग स्पेशल रेट इनकम स्पेशल रेट पे. बाकी दीज आर द टैक्स रेट्स फॉर अदर इनकम. ऐश्वर्या, मार्जिनल रिलीफ ऑन रिबेट कैन कम अप टू 730 ऐसे कुछ आएगा. यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस इट एंड सी. Mamta, I will definitely tell you towards the end, don't worry. Okay, now let's proceed to our next very important concept. Until last attempt, this concept was a different chapter, was a part of a different chapter, but now it has been included here. Anmol says a small tip here. It's like a small tip which you are paying for health and education purpose. That's it. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी का स्लैब रेट्स हैं, बहुत सिंपल है, उसको अभी इग्नोर कर सकते हो. आई टेल यू इफ वील हैव some specific time towards the end of my classes. Can I start? Chalo, thank you so much. Now, we are here on agricultural income. Now, this is actually a definition. Agricultural income क्या है? So, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा हुआ है कि गवर्नमेंट टैक्सेस लगा सकती है बट एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम पे टैक्स नहीं लगा सकती. गवर्नमेंट कैन नॉट टेक टैक्स ऑन एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम एंड हेंस एग्रीकल्चर इनकम माय फ्रेंड्स इज एग्जेम्प्ट फ्रॉम टैक्स. मतलब जिसको भी एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम होगा दैट वुड नॉट बी टैक्सेबल. दैट अमाउंट इज नॉट टैक्सेबल. व्हाट अमाउंट इज नॉट टैक्सेबल? एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम is not taxable. Agricultural income is not taxable. But what actually is agricultural income? Because since it's a not taxable income, everyone can say that this is, my income is agricultural income, right? Everyone and anyone can say that my income is agricultural income since it is not taxable. So, सब खुश होंगे, right? But it has been critically defined in section 2 clause 1A, which is a definition का section. अगर उस definition में agricultural income falls, then it's an agricultural income and it would be not taxable. अगर उस definition में agricultural income does not fall, then it would be a non-agricultural income and it would be टैक्सेबल. ठीक है, एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम की डेफिनेशन तो दिया है एक्ट में, बट एग्रीकल्चर क्या है वो कहीं पे डिफाइन नहीं किया. एग्रीकल्चर हैज बीन डिफाइंड, एग्रीकल्चर इनकम हैज बीन डिफाइंड, बट एग्रीकल्चर इज नॉट डिफाइंड. व्हाट इज एग्रीकल्चर? दैट इज नॉट डिफाइंड. So we have to apply our understanding that what by agriculture government actually means. Agriculture हम लोगों के लिए क्या है? It's basically where there is cultivation, there are human efforts and there is land involved. Whenever I say agriculture, some land image comes in your mind, like some land image comes in your mind and you think that there is some land and there is cultivation happening. That is what agricultural income means. और रादर आई शुड से दैट इज व्हाट एग्रीकल्चर मीन्स. क्योंकि एक इमेज आ जाती है ना कि कल्टीवेशन, ह्यूमन स्किल इज गोइंग ऑन, ह्यूमन एफर्ट्स आर गोइंग ऑन थ्रू कल्टीवेशन प्रोसेस एंड देयर इज अ लैंड इन्वॉल्व, राइट? सो एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम का डेफिनेशन विच इज गिवन हियर in section 21A has three parts. One is agricultural income would include rent or revenue received from agricultural land, rent or revenue received from agricultural land or from a land which is used for agriculture purpose. ठीक है, सो अगर कोई लैंड है उससे उसको हम एग्रीकल्चर पर्पस के लिए यूज करते हैं. इफ देयर इज अ लैंड व्हिच इज बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर एग्रीकल्चर पर्पस एंड यू आर रिसीविंग अ रेंट फ्रॉम इट, दैट रेंट इज आल्सो एन एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम. दैट रेंट इज आल्सो एन एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम. Second and the main, obviously, part of agricultural income is any income which is derived from land, by using agriculture process, by using by using process of agriculture, that is by using certain operations, उससे उस operations को करके whatever sprouts or whatever thing is generated and that is being sold, that is also agricultural income, right? आप land पे कुछ operations करोगे, उससे जो भी उगेगा, whatever is grown, you sell it, उससे whatever comes, that is also agricultural income. And also income from farm building. Income from farm building. Farm building क्या होता है? Think it as a storehouse. अभी we will go in details of each of these. Think it as a storehouse which is there in the immediate vicinity of land, immediate vicinity of agricultural land. अब फार्म हाउस भी तो चाहिए, फार्म हाउस रादर आई शुड से स्टोर हाउस भी तो चाहिए फॉर स्टोरिंग ऑल द प्रोड्यूस, राइट? इमीडिएटली यू कैन नॉट सेल द प्रोड्यूस, यू हैव टू स्टोर इट आउट, you may have to dry it out, you may have to give some sunlight to it, you may have to what you say, chana, scarf it out, right? So you need a building for storage also. उससे अगर कुछ इनकम आ रहा है, that is also agriculture income. So agriculture income has three parts. One is rent coming from a land which is used for agriculture purpose. One is obviously income derived from such land by doing agriculture operations. And one is income from farm building. So तीनों चीजें agriculture income में आते हैं. Income from farm building मतलब अब if I have a farm building, I have given it on rent to some person who is using it for agriculture purpose. So then whatever rent is coming from that is my agricultural income. Okay, so rent from agricultural land, income derived from agriculture purpose and income derived from farm building, तीनों मिला के agricultural income है. इसके अलावा if they are not coming into the definition, they will not be agricultural income. Okay, now let's go step by step. First, ma'am, you said rent or revenue derived from land. इसमें I am highlighting few things. Rent or revenue derived from land situated in India and used for agriculture purpose. That means rent or revenue would be an agricultural income, correct? When it is coming from a land situated in India. So if it's coming from a land situated abroad, even if that land is used for agriculture purpose, it would not be an agricultural income. For example, I have a farm, I have a land in New Zealand where I grow crops. But since the land is outside India, it is not covered under agriculture income. That land should be used for agriculture purposes. That land should be used for agriculture purposes. When these main three conditions are met, then only the rent would be considered as agricultural income. Then only the rent would be considered as agricultural income. Land should be situated in India and used for agriculture purpose. Suppose DDLJ ka shooting, you know the movie DDLJ? There's a shooting which is happening in an agricultural land. खेत में हो रहा है shooting. The shooting is happening on an agricultural land. अब वहां से if I'm receiving any rent from the production house, I have an agricultural land, वहां पे shooting happens. Shooting as in not shooting, shooting of a movie happens. अब whatever income I am deriving from that, will it be agricultural income? No. Even if it is coming from an agricultural land, but the rent for which I'm receiving is for the purpose other than agriculture purpose. वो land वो agriculture purpose के लिए use नहीं कर रहे थे. They were not using that land for agriculture purpose. They used it for other than agriculture purpose. So then even if there's an agricultural land and rent is coming from it, but since the purpose was not agriculture, it would not be an agricultural income. Makes sense also, right? So three things you have to remember. Rent situated in rent and revenue for a land in India and it is used for agriculture purpose. Or you can say assessee must have an intention to use it for agriculture purpose. तो जैसे मिस्टर ए ने बिरजू को लैंड दिया फॉर एग्रीकल्चर. अब बिरजू, Mr. A has given land for agriculture to Birju, right? Now Birju is paying rent to Mr. A. So for this rent for Mr. A is agricultural income. This would not be defined as rental income. It would be an agricultural income. This rent can be received in cash or in kind. Birju can give in kind. Matlab Birju can give him his crops to Mr. A. That is fine. Birju can give his crops to Mr. A. That is also considered as agricultural income and would not be taxable. Also, it is not necessary that Mr. A may be the owner or may not be the owner. The point is, if you're receiving a rent and if you're receiving it from a land situated in India, which is used for agriculture purpose, then that rent is agriculture income. अब Mr. A owner है या नहीं, it does not matter. अब आगे Mr. A is giving rent to Mr. J. Mr. J is the ultimate owner, so it does not matter. Mr. A के लिए वो agriculture income and so is for Mr. J. Got it? First point of agricultural income clear that there is a rent or there is a land from which you are having rent or revenue, and that land is in India and it is used for agriculture purpose. So rent, we all know, is a basic rent basically which is given when you take someone's property for use. Revenue can be any fine, can be any fees, can be any renewal charges, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Revenue is a very broader term. रेंट वाले पार्ट पे किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम? Now we'll come to the next part of the definition, which is income derived from such land by agriculture, by process ordinary employee to render the fit produce to be taken to the market, and by sale of such agriculture produce. Megha, I'll answer your note. I'll answer your question, please. Agricultural income is exempt, वो किसी head में नहीं जाएगा, guys. So Drishti says, ma'am, farm space staycation is pretty common, where the host is doing farming also and the host is doing staycations also. So staycation से जो rent आ रहा होगा is not, guys, it's not sorry, it's not agricultural income because the rent which is received for is not for agriculture purpose. Yes, Shagufta, it would come as income from house property, but house property नहीं होगा, rather it's an income from other sources. House property जब करोगे वो समझ आएगा. बिरजू को जो income होगा, that is also agricultural income. Now we are coming to next part is of बिरजू. He can give, yeah, subletting Devendra happens. See, revenue is a major term. It can include any lease charges, can include any fees, etc. So, revenue is a broader term. Rent is a smaller term. It is rent is specifically for using that property or using that area. Okay. Now, let's proceed. Sorry. Next part of the definition is that is income derived from land income derived from land. ठीक है, उस लैंड से इनकम आ रहा है either through agricultural operations or through any necessary operations. I'll come to what necessary operations are, or through any sale of produce, sale of agriculture produce. सो वही अपना ए एंड बिरजू वाला एग्जाम्पल. A and Birju was there. Like Birju sells the crop which are grown in the market. It's a sale of agriculture produce, right? So that would also be an agricultural income. If A receives crops in the form of rent or rent in the form of crops, and A sells that crops in the market, then also it's an agricultural income for A. Then also it's an agricultural income for A. Now the focus is on the first two part, agriculture operations, income deriving from that land by doing some agriculture operations. Now here the answer lies for a lot of things. When I say agricultural operations, what do I mean? When I say agricultural operations, so इसमें ना बहुत सारी judgments and there are a lot of judgments which are there. But what do you mean by agricultural operations? Again, first thing I said, by agriculture, agriculture कहीं पे defined नहीं है. But first thing I said that agriculture is something where we can say there's a cultivation of a field involved, field as in land, involving human skill and labor. राइट. दैट कैन बी टर्म्ड एज एग्रीकल्चर. एक लैंड है उस पे आप एग्रीकल्चर रिलेटेड एक्टिविटीज कर रहे हो, दैट इज बेसिकली एग्रीकल्चर ऑपरेशंस. यहाँ पे आपके बेसिक ऑपरेशंस भी है एंड सब्सिक्वेंट ऑपरेशंस भी है. What is basic operations and what is subsequent operations? See, basic operations are like more of human skill and labor on land. So basic operations are like till the stage when you are sowing the grain or sowing the crop. That is called basic operations. आपने पहले लैंड प्रिपेयर करा, उसके लिए केटल पूरा केटल को घुमाया, लैंड को फर्टाइल करा, फिर लैंड को टिल्ट किया, फिर लैंड पे यू पुट इन द सीड्स. Till that stage, we are calling it as basic operations, where there are a lot of human skills and labor involved on that land. That is called basic operations, right? So basic operations करके कुछ income आ रहा है, that is also agricultural income. और subsequent अब कभी कभार basic operations are not enough. You have to do certain subsequent operations also, so that the produce can be effectively raised. So that the produce can be effectively raised. I've used the word effectively, raising the produce. So this can be, subsequent operations can be once the produce has sprouted out, once the produce has come out from the land, in the sense अब वो लैंड में ही है बट उसके स्प्राउट्स निकल गए हैं, द स्प्राउट्स हैव कम आउट. उस पे you have to take care of certain operations. You have to do weeding, you have to do digging, you have to put on the fertilizers again and again so that it does not get destroyed. So subsequent operations are also going on, right? So both basic and subsequent operations together can be termed as agriculture operations, right? Basic operations, because basic operations may not be enough. You have to do subsequent procedures to maintain the health of the crops and to get the crops in the correct conditions. So both basic and subsequent operations karke, if you're having any income, that is called income from land through agriculture. That is called first part, income from land through agriculture. So that is the reason why, guys, यहाँ से आपको 2-3 आंसर्स मिल जाएंगे. पोल्ट्री, cheese making, livestock farming. That is the reason these are not your agricultural income. These are not your agricultural income. Reason being, there is no human skill involved over land, or basic operations involved, or subsequent operations involved. So that is why all of these dairy farming, breeding of fishes, poultry farming, all of these would not be your agricultural income for the purpose of Section 2, Clause 1A. Also, that is why फॉरेस्ट से लकड़ काट के, फॉरेस्ट से वुड काट के, by cutting wood from forest and selling it out in the market is also not agricultural income. Can you tell why? Because those forests are grown spontaneously out of themselves. Spontaneous crop rise हो रहा है, right? It is out of by themselves. No one is giving human skills or putting in human efforts or labor to grow that forest. काटने के लिए डेफिनेटली ह्यूमन स्किल्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, एज इन वुड्स को कट करने के लिए यू डेफिनेटली रिक्वायर ह्यूमन स्किल्स, बट टू produce that you are not doing anything. Forest अपने आप grow करते हैं. Woods grow automatically in the forest, as in tree grows automatically in the forest, right? So even spontaneous crops to grow करते हैं, spontaneous as in from their own self, the crops which are growing, from their own self, the crops which are growing, they are growing automatically. No one is putting in skills to grow them. So that's why from, if anything is coming from sale of such particular crops or such particular wood, it would not be agricultural income. It would not be agricultural income. Okay. ऐसे one explanation was inserted saying that income from nursery would constitute agricultural income. Now, this is not the nursery of the school where rhymes are taught. Nursery as in plant nursery. Kabhi, if you have visited plant nursery, where there are saplings and it is maintained in a green environment and proper sunlight and everything is happening, saplings, वो उसको nursery कहते हैं. But nursery say whatever is happening, that is agricultural income, because they say कि nursery का saplings आने के लिए they were first grown through Mother Earth. They were first grown on land. They were first grown on land. So nursery से whatever is coming, that is definitely your agriculture income. That is definitely a agriculture income, because those saplings, even if are later maintained in a greenhouse environment, etc., but earlier those seeds were grown through Mother Earth, right? Those saplings would not have been able to grow without land. Which basic operations happened on those basic land to get that saplings out. So hence they would be considered your agricultural income. They would be considered agricultural income. Next part of the definition where we were that income derived from land through agriculture operations, वो तो समझ आ गया. Agriculture operations as in basic operations and subsequent operations. Next part was through necessary operations, that is process ordinarily employed to render the produce fit to the market. Process ordinarily employed to render the produce to make it fit to be taken to the market. That means abhi tak by agriculture में I told you have to think about human skills and land. Be it basic operations and be it subsequent operations, both are being performed on that land. But there are certain processes which you have to do not on land but otherwise, so that you can make that product fit to be sold in the market. To make that product fit to be sold in the market. And we're not talking about marketing process or commercial process. We are talking about some necessary steps. Suppose harvested crop का market नहीं है, उसका market बनाने के लिए whatever, or to make it sellable, whatever things you have to do, that is in relation to process which is ordinarily employed. Rice, for example, rice. Guys, rice is grown as paddy. It is there on the wet land and it is called paddy leaves. उसमें से राइस निकालना, देन उसको ड्राई करके बैग्स में, गनी बैग्स में डालना, दैट इज ऑर्डिनरी प्रोसेस. द ओरिजिनल कैरेक्टर ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट इज रिटेन्ड. Product must retain its character. The original character of the product is retained. So not necessarily only agriculture operations, but also other operations which makes the product fit to be sold in market. That is called other processes which are employed to produce and to make the produce fit to be taken to the market. Okay. But for example, आपने उसका nature ही change कर दिया अपने process करके, then only a part of it would be agricultural income. Other part would be business income, guys. Only part of it would be agricultural income. अदर पार्ट वुड बी बिजनेस इनकम. मैम फॉर एग्जाम्पल शुगर केन का बात करते हैं. शुगर केन इज ग्रोन, राइट? शुगर केन इज ग्रोन. अब शुगर केन पे प्रोसेस करके यू हैव मेड इट शुगर or you have made it jaggery. You have made it sugar or you have made it jaggery. Now the sale of sugar cannot be said as agricultural income completely. Why so, guys? Because sugar is a commercial process. To get sugar is a business process. The concept of agricultural income is that there is some produce which you are growing from land through human skills, and you're doing some basic process to sell that product into the market, But if you are going away from its original character, then we cannot say that it's a completely agricultural income. For example, eucalyptus plant सुना है? Have you heard about eucalyptus plant? It's a plant basically which has a very strong smell, and it is there and is specifically there either for relaxation of mind, etc. So eucalyptus प्लांट होता है. अब उससे अगर आप ऑयल बना के बेच लो, इस ऑयल को आप एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम नहीं कह सकते. Yes, growing of eucalyptus, up to the stage of growing of eucalyptus is your agricultural income. Any process which is involved later, that other part would go as your business income. That other part would be considered as your business income. So जहां पे भी commercial element आ जाएगा, guys, that would be considered as business income. So for example, अभी eucalyptus वाला example लेते हैं. Till the time eucalyptus is made, till the time the processes are made to make it fit to be sold in the market in its original character form. Till that process, it would be agricultural income. Later वाले process को हम कहेंगे business income. सब आप बोलोगे कि मैम ऑयल सेंड हुआ, ऑयल में से कितना एग्रीकल्चरल है, कितना बिजनेस है, कैसे निकालेंगे? उसके मार्केट वैल्यू के अकॉर्डिंग, कि इस ऑयल को प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए अगर यूकेलिप्टस ऑयल प्रोड्यूस नहीं होता, इफ द ऑयल वुड नॉट हैव प्रोड्यूस एंड इफ द यूकेलिप्टस वुड हैव बीन सोल्ड एज इट इज, then what would have been the market value? Till that stage, it would be an agricultural income. Later than that stage would be your business income. Later than that stage would be your business income. So second part of the definition, I think, is pretty much clear now, which says income is derived from land either through agriculture, and by agriculture we mean doing basic and subsequent operations, or by doing, second part is, or by doing ordinary process which are necessary to make the produce fit to be taken to the market. And third is by sale of that agriculture produce. What all is coming is your agricultural income. Sale of that agriculture produce can be done by the receiver of rent in kind or by the cultivator himself. So second part of the definition of agricultural income concluded, जिसमें 3 part थे. Okay, so let's take few questions and then we'll come to the third part, which is farm building. Rent received by A will be agricultural income, correct, Devendra? Also, Birju, when he will sell those crops in the market and receive anything, that would be agricultural income. Yes, Srinivasan, agricultural income is not. Mango tree आपने grow करा. I'm talking about, Madhav, those trees which are grown spontaneously in forest. I'm talking about those, okay? Since land is involved, Mega, in that case, you can say it is your agricultural income. Nursery specifically clearly लिखा है in the act, it would be considered as agricultural income. Shagufta, see, making rice का example लेते हैं. Making it from a paddy to a basic rice. That is till that stage is agricultural income. अब उस राइस को आप इतना डिफाइन करके मार्केटिंग करके then taking into factory, you are making it basmati rice, you are making brown rice, you are making etc rice, you are making some extra polished rice. तो वो later stage को आप basic operations या necessary operations नहीं कहोगे. So that later stage से whatever income is getting generated is your business income. I hope this example makes more sense now. Rahul, I'm coming to that. See, nowhere I said trees are not agricultural. I'm saying spontaneous trees, जो अपने आप उग जाती है without any human efforts. See, Mamta, here you can say the process till the stage it makes the produce fit to be sold into the market. कि इतना बेसिक इतना ऑपरेशंस करो कि बस वो marketable बन जाए, saleable बन जाए. Till that stage it is agricultural income. Any commercial element or any extra element being added or anything which is being added would be not part of agriculture operation, and hence any income derived because of those operations would not be agricultural income. It would be business income. Like Pooja said, rice flour. Rice flour is not agricultural income completely. Till the stage of growing rice is agricultural income. उसके बाद वाले process से whatever income is coming is non-agricultural income. फार्मिंग टूल्स का प्रिंस कहीं पे लिखा नहीं हुआ है, so you cannot say it's agricultural income. Cow grazing is agricultural income because ultimately वो land को fit बनाने के लिए. Yes. Ajay, I'm not sure how chandan की लकड़ी is grown. If it is not from any human skill, it would not be your agricultural income. No, income of that worker would not be agricultural income. Cattling is Madhav is not agricultural income. अगर वहाँ पे commercial element है, it is not agricultural income. So someone has asked कि मैम हम calculate कैसे करेंगे कि वो agricultural income है या नहीं है. See, up till the stage where till the stage the operations are required to make it marketable, to make it saleable, उस stage तक whatever is the market value, वो income would be agricultural income. उसके बाद stage तक whatever income is coming is your business operations. अब उसको कैसे calculate करते हैं? Let me tell you. इसके लिए रूल 7 डिफाइंड है. रूल 7 क्या कहता है कि आपको उस स्टेज तक लेना है जब तक वो मार्केट वैल्यू उसकी तब स्टेज तक लेनी है जब तक बेसिक ऑपरेशंस और नेसेसरी ऑपरेशंस हैव बीन डन. सो सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, क्वेश्चन करेंगे ऑलरेडी. रूल 7 वुड बी क्लियर. मिस्टर बी ग्रोज शुगर केन एंड यूजेस द सेम फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग शुगर इन हिज फैक्ट्री. 30% of sugarcane produce is sold for 10 lakhs and the cost of cultivation of such sugarcane is 5 lakhs. तो पहले 30% का बात करते हैं guys. 30% 10 लाख का बेचा मार्केट वैल्यू एंड उसको कल्टीवेशन में कितना यूज हुआ 5 lakhs. So this 5 lakhs is agricultural income. ठीक है. Next 70% का let's talk about. Now out of this 70% guys, out of this 70%, what is the cost of cultivation of the balance sugarcane? 70% is 40 lakhs. उसका cultivation cost यानी उसका agriculture relation cost is 14 lakhs. Okay. The market value of the same is 22 lakhs. मतलब अगर वो directly market में वो sugarcane बेच देता तो he would have got 22 lakhs. Till the point of cultivation, right? But since he sold it further, since he made further process, उन्होंने further manufacturing process किया, so manufacturing cost came to 1.5 lakhs. And ultimately, after doing all this thing on the 70% part, the sugar was sold for 25 lakhs. Up the question comes, out of this sale, we have to bifurcate into business and we have to bifurcate into agriculture part, right? This is what our main point is. अब किस stage से वो business income का part बन जाएगा? When the manufacturing process is happening, right? Before that, it is agricultural income. So on this, first we will do कि ये जो 25 lakhs है, इसमें profit कितना हुआ business income में? 25 lakhs में हमने cost कितना डाला? 1.5 lakh का, right? And remaining 22 lakhs का market value था crop का, which is sugarcane. If sugarcane was not produced, it would have been taken from the market. So वो 22 lakhs का बनता, right? If sugarcane would not produce and it would have been taken from market, it would cost for 22 lakhs. So the business income, guys, here is 25 minus 22 minus 1.5, which is 1.5 lakhs. And the agricultural income, guys, here for that remaining 70% is 22 lakhs would have been the price if he had sold that sugarcane in the market, right? और उसका cost of cultivation कितना है? 40. So 8 lakhs is the agricultural income of the remaining 70%. So 8 plus 5, total 13% would be your 13 lakh would be your cost agricultural income. 30% का 5 lakhs and 70% का 8 lakhs. Okay? But every time it is not easy to bifurcate of market value in the raw form or bifurcate the market value before doing the manufacturing procedures. So government has defined more rules for certain produce जहाँ पे there is most of the chances that commercial process would also be done and agriculture process would also be done. So they have defined a percentage कि इस percentage के basis पे you will define it as an agricultural income and the remaining part as business income. So rubber plant को grow करने के लिए भी latex से grow होता है, LATEX, latex से rubber plant grow होता है, but latex को भी again rubber में shape करने के लिए a lot of commercial process are done. So any sale from rubber, suppose sale from rubber happens to 10 lakhs. So it is automatically that as per rule 7A, 65% would be agriculture without any seeing of market value and without any seeing of further processes. 65 lakhs, that is 6,50,000 would be agriculture and 3,50,000 would be business income. Because it is defined in the rule that rubber ke case mein 65% would be agricultural income and 35% would be business income. Similarly, coffee के केस में it is defined, अगर कॉफी सिर्फ grown and cured है, grown मतलब coffee beans are grown and उसमें से the curing of beans has happened into now a basic powder, that in that case agricultural income would be 75% because operations are more of agricultural income and 25% would be business income. So एक coffee का packet अगर sale होता है which is grown and cured, 7,50,000 out of 10 lakh would be agricultural income suppose and 2,50,000 would be business income. But एक कॉफी का ऐसा पैकेट है जिसमें बहुत सारा प्रोसेस हुआ है, ग्रो किया, क्योर किया, उसमें से कॉफी बीन्स, उसको रोस्ट किया, उसको प्रॉपर ब्रू करके ग्राउंड करके स्मॉल स्मॉल पैकेट्स बना के फिर बेचा, तो एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम वुड बी लेस एंड बिजनेस इनकम कंपैरेटिवली वुड बी मोर. तो 60 and 40% का रेशियो. एंड टी के केस में भी टी प्लांट से होता है, उसको निकालना टी को, फिर उसको पैकेट्स में डाल के स्मॉल स्मॉल सीड्स, जो क्या कहते हैं टी लीव्स से स्मॉल स्मॉल सीड्स को निकालना, वो प्रॉपर प्रोसेस में 60% इज एग्रीकल्चर एंड 40% इज बिजनेस. So in the case of rubber, coffee and tea, government has already defined through rule that itna would be agricultural and itna would be business. So whatever is the final sale is happening, उसमें से 65% agriculture as a net profit, 65% agriculture, remaining 35% business in case of rubber, 75-25 in case of coffee ground and cured, 60-40 in case of coffee ground, cured, roasted, grounded, and tea के case में भी 60-40. ठीक है. What is farm building? I think it's better that we will start it in the next class and we will talk about the taxation of agricultural income in the next class. I will leave you till here and I will answer few of your questions so that agricultural income ka concept is clear. Worms breeding is not agriculture activity because land involved. See, cultivation process and land, human skills and land is required. I will share the Excel sheet, guys. Cold storage is not agriculture produce until agricultural income until unless it's from a farm building. I told Anmol it would not be an agricultural income for that worker. Rental part, Hirsch, is an agricultural income. First part of the definition is agricultural income is an income which is derived in the form of rent from an agricultural land used for agriculture purpose. See, एक बंदे को salary मिल रहा है मेगा for doing some process, that is not agricultural income. Here we are talking about rent, or we are talking about the income which is coming from those operations, or the income which is coming from the sale of those operations. Gunjan, I don't think so. This is a relevant question. Devendra, what is your question? Please let me know. So at your stage, this 65, 35, 75, 25 and sugarcane wala question can come. Pooja, I hope coffee beans wala part is clear. Okay, so I believe today was a very heavy and a long class, and very good for you people who are participating, who are doing questions, and who are solving the questions. Very good. So please focus on the tax rate. I'll share the sheet and upload it. And please focus on concepts again and again. I'm saying do n number of questions, practice n number of questions. I'll share some questions to do also if possible. Otherwise, you can put any value in your income tax calculators and match your answers. But first, do it yourself, okay? Ask your friend to give you some values and then you can put it and find it, okay? No, if the factory is purchasing crops from the farmer, why it would be an agricultural income? I'm talking till a stage a same person is doing both the tasks. He's running the factory, he's doing the cultivation, वो वाला केस. अगर फैक्ट्री ने प्रोड्यूस करा तो वो एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम क्यों होगा? वहां पे ना कल्टीवेशन है ना लैंड इन्वॉल्व है. Yes, Gunjan, you can buy the laptop. Okay. ठीक है. So thank you so much. See you in the next class on Tuesday. All the best. Have a great weekend.